it's almost like an oldies now. That was going back to 1991. It was Alice in Chains with Man in a Box. And it's a Headbangers Ball, and right now we've got Gilby Clarke joining us on the ball. And we hooked up with you last time was, I guess, at the barbecue at my house.
That's
when
right.
You had a cast on that some people, for some reason, were almost blaming me for some...
We did blame you, because it was all your fault.
There was a sort of like celebrity motocross race, and they put us guys who have always, of course, only ridden Harleys and put us on dirt bikes, which was not a good idea, so he broke his arm.
It gave us a bunch of bumps and everything like that and said, have a good time. Look, I got a scar from it and everything.
So can I say that scar was mine?
That is all your fault.
All right. So, for people, of course, everybody knows that Gilby was with Guns N' Roses, or still is with Guns N' Roses. Well, do you know? I mean,
I have no idea what's going on right now. I really don't.
There's no talk on...
No, I haven't spoke to some of the guys in a long time.
When was the last time that Guns played?
It was a year ago. Like a year ago.
When was the last time everybody got together and rehearsed?
About a year ago.
Okay.
I see Slash and Matt all the time.
Because they're all doing solo stuff too.
Everybody's got, yeah, Duff did one, I did one, Slash has one coming out next year.
Now you've got your own record out now. Called Gilby Clarke Pawn Shop Guitars.
Yeah.
But does the band have a name? You said
yeah, we call them the Tequila Brothers.
And the record's out in the stores, and right now you're out touring.
Yeah, we started in the States like about a couple months ago with Motley Crue, and then I went to Europe, and then I'm starting back in the States for the rest of the year. Then going to South America with Aerosmith.
Ooh,
yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Now you've played before in other bands and been out on. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say it. I got in trouble last time. Last time I said all the different bands that
you got a phone call.
Playing in, and all I know is that 3 minutes after it was on TV, the phone rang. So I'm not gonna say it. While he's here, just next Saturday, I'll tell you all the dirt. Don't worry about it.
Or when Ryan comes on.
When Ryan comes on.
Yeah.
But for your band, you kind of got all the people that were always friends of yours from even way before Guns N' Roses.
Way before, yeah. I mean, we've actually, all of us have played in bands, you know, together at one time or another. And it's like, you know, I just got off the road. If I'm going to do this again, I'm going to get people that, you know, we can hang out 24 hours a day and just, you know, have fun this time.
So it was almost like a band that was sort of together. I mean,
together
one time or
already.
another you'd played. Ryan, I know you'd played with for years and years and years.
A long time ago. And Will and I played together in a band called the Blackouts, like kind of in between Kill for Thrills and GNR.
So is there anything that you kind of learned from going out on the road with Guns N' Roses that you did take with being out on the road with Gilby Clarke?
Yeah, well, I wanted to get a private plane this time, but they wouldn't let me.
That didn't work.
Yeah. They said, no, you got to wait a little while.
But now you have your own seat on an airplane.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Every
so
now
that's
and
almost
then.
the same.
I have my own seat on a bus.
Okay. We're going to come back with Gilby Clarke as the Headbangers Ball continues. We're here with Gilby Clarke. Gilby Clarke's got his own record out now called Pawn Shop Guitars. And when people are going to your shows, are they expecting, what are they expecting?
You know, half of the people heard like the song on the radio and half the people are just GNR guys and stuff, you know. And it's like, at first, you know, we start out, you know, I play like a song off the Spaghetti and say, play songs off my record, couple Kill for Thrills, and then we just jam and play covers. Sometimes we'll play, like last night I think we played like 5 Stone songs. It's like, you know, we just get going.
Because what are the bands that you were really influenced by?
I mean, I really love like Beatles and Stones and a lot of early 70s like T-Rex and Bowie. You know, all that stuff we've always liked.
Well, we're going to play a video right now from Gil, and this isn't your first video.
No.
You've done other videos, even in Kill for Thrills.
Kill for Thrills we did
between the bands, which we even, sometime I know, since I've been on, host on Headbangers Ball, I know we played that video once.
You guys have played it, yeah.
So look for it, kids. Somewhere out there.
Somewhere out there. The record's in the stores somewhere.
But right now, let's play Cure Me or Kill Me.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about the video?
This video was kind of fun. We kind of put it together fast because we didn't even expect to do a video for a song. We put it out, and next thing you know, we had to like make a video real fast. So it's all right.
Let's play it. We'll be back with Gilby Clarke.
There's no joke.
Who would ever thought? Welcome back to the Headbangers Ball. Right now, we've got Ryan Roxie, who also plays guitar in Gilby's band. And Ryan, you played guitar with Gilby years and years ago, way before he was ever in Guns N' Roses.
Years and years ago in the C word.
In the C word. Go ahead and say what it is, because people are going to think the C word means something else.
It's Candy.
They were in a band called Candy, which was like a real poppy bubblegum, but it was a fun band.
Yeah, we were like cross between the Raspberries and Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers. Wouldn't you say?
Sure. That's what I was.
I gotta throw those
a little bit of Bay City Rollers in, and the good Bay City Rollers songs.
It's the good period.
Bigger hair than Nikki Sixx, I'd say.
Now, you were playing with him then, and then you saw like a lot of people that were in the whole scene, like in the later 80s, kind of went on to bands and got bigger, and you were kind of
Lukewarm water.
And then you saw everybody do really good, and you saw your friend Gilby doing good, and you're probably wondering, well, when's my turn? But then Gilby did his own record and called you back up, so now you're finally getting to play with everybody. And
I think everybody gets a shot eventually, you know?
Definitely.
And you just take it, you know?
You know, this is pretty much the reunion of like the opening of Cat House, huh?
Yeah.
minus Axl and Slash.
The three of us in 1986. So right now you're going out and you're playing, and obviously being in Guns N' Roses, being in like the biggest rock and roll band in the world, doesn't hurt things. It's got a lot of people going in to see you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, the people that like, you know, GNR, you know, like rock and roll and stuff. So when they come to see us, it's like, you know, they don't get mad because I really don't play any GNR songs, but you know, they go, it's a good rock and roll show, so they dig it.
Now, are you writing all the songs? Did you have people like Ryan and the other members of the band help?
No, I didn't. No.
What?
I wrote everything pretty much for this record. That was the reason why I made it, you know, because I wrote a bunch of songs and they really didn't fit with GNR, you know, so I just did it on my own. And then, you know, I recruited all these guys to come in and play on the album. And then when I did the tour, you know, I just grabbed them.
So what were you doing right before you were out on the road with Gilby?
Yeah, well, see, we have a good deal worked out. You know, Gilby's my producer. You know, and
because you've got another. Do you have another band that you're working with now
DPM,
too?
Dad's Porno Mag.
That's a magazine you're working in. I mean, a band or
Well,
another band.
Yeah, it looks like a fragrance company, but it's actually another band.
We're gonna come back and talk to Gilby Clarke and meet the other guys in his band. So stay tuned. That was Soundgarden with My Wave. Soundgarden was the band that won the Best Metal Hard Rock Video in the 1994 MTV Video Music Awards, even though they told everybody that they were not a metal hard rock band, but they still won the video award. And right now we're going to be playing something from Prong. Here is Broken Peace. We could do the watch test right now, see who's got the counterfeit watch, who's got the real one. The guy in the rock band's got the real one, I've got the counterfeit. But that's a whole nother story. Right now we're with Gilby Clarke, and his is Will, who also plays in the band. And when did you basically get set up in Gilby's band?
Well, like you said, we played before in a band called the Blackouts, and then he was on tour with Guns N' Roses, and then when he came back,
said, let's get the band back together, take it on the road, come on.
Like, but this time we're not going to call it the Blackouts, we're called Gilby Clarke. And everybody's like, okay. We're called what? But it's kind of nice. I mean, not to just like say nice things about Gilby, but back in like in the late 80s when all the bands were starting to make it, Gilby was one of the ones that was one of the few people in LA that everybody kind of got along with.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was asking, well, you're not supposed to say that.
I got to plug myself
You're supposed
now.
to say yes.
I'm solo now.
So it was nice that you kind of got a lot of the old guys together to go out and play.
Yeah.
Now, what is some of the stuff that you're listening to right now? Because going out on the road, you get to be exposed to so many different types of bands.
Yeah, we always, you know, go to the record store, do our raid and everything, but you turned me on to band Rancid. That's a really good record.
We're going to play a video from them.
And Green Day. Green Day's really, really good.
So you like a lot of old punk stuff, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff we always like. As long as the guitars are loud and angry, it's cool.
And do you have like a lot of local bands opening up for you when you guys go out and play?
We're taking a band called the Buddha Heads, which is a local band from LA. You remember BB Chung King?
Yes,
yeah,
that I
he's
remember.
going to be opening for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right on.
And then we always have like a local band, you know, first on the bill.
And how long does this tour?
This is going to go, I mean, we're pretty much booked up through like next spring, you know, because we're going all over. We're going to South America. We're going
Last night you played on a boat?
We played on a boat.
I heard did you almost get sick on the boat?
No. Just a rumor.
See, Guns N' Roses
That's his disclaimer.
Guns N' Roses was playing big thing like football arenas. Gilby Clarke gets to go out and play boats.
Boats, you know.
It's the boat tour.
We're going to be back with Gilby, and we're also got a video from Pantera coming up, and something from Stabbing Westward, so stay tuned. We're back on the Headbangers Ball, and this is Marc, who plays drums with Gilby Clarke. And Marc has also been around for a while and played in. I mean, have you been on the show before?
No, but I should have been.
No, did we talk to you when you were with?
Not with any
sure?
one of the numerous bands, no.
Tell us some of the bands that you played with.
Oh, man, name dropping. Let's see. Can I drop for Little Caesar?
Right.
River Dogs?
Right.
Francis X and the Bushmen?
Right. I made him mention that one.
Boys to Men. Oh, God.
Because it used to be called Belle Biv DeVoe Marc.
I played with Tiffany
when it was Belle Biv DeVoe Marc, and then it just didn't fit on the T-shirt. They got rid of you for some reason.
I had a drum set.
But so far, how's the tour been going?
Great. Slamming.
Good. When you're playing, are people always going up to you and going, play a Guns N' Roses song? I mean,
they start out like that, you know, all the guys in the front row and stuff, and after a while they forget about it, you know, once we get going and everything. But they're pretty cool. Like I said, they're all rock and roll fans. It's like they don't care as long as it's loud and they don't understand what I'm saying. It's fine.
And you've had some changes in your personal life now.
Yes, I have.
You're a papa.
I'm a papa. I had a baby girl named Francesca.
So.
Yeah.
Is it really tough being out on the road now? Because your wife almost had a baby while you were out on the road.
Yeah, well, Danielle is used to it by now. You know, it's like, I mean, you know, we've been together for a long time, and over those years, like back in the C word days and stuff, you know, we couldn't afford to have her come out, so now I can have her out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But Marc had a baby 3 days after me.
Jeez.
Wives called each other.
Now, Riki, you're married
I have
now.
no babies, though. No babies. We're going to play a video right now. We're going to come back with more on the Headbangers Ball. This is Stabbing Westward. We're back on the Headbangers Ball. Coming up in just a little bit, we've got part 2 with Dominic on what's happening in the world of music, according to Dominic. So that'll be coming up in just a little bit. And we're here with Gilby Clarke. Now, were you writing some of your music while you were out on the road with Guns N' Roses, or were you writing it before you were with Guns N' Roses, or how long has this music been being written?
Some of the stuff was before GNR, you know, when we were playing into blackouts and stuff, and then some of it, you know, I wrote on the road, but you know, I didn't have any time to write songs and stuff while we were out. But as soon as I got off the road is when I went in to make it, you know, just to, you know, I didn't know what we were going to do with GNR, so I just wanted to go in as fast as possible.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of people that are going to the shows because they know you as Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses and getting turned on to your music. What would a way that you could kind of tell people, you know, what type of music you guys are? Because a lot of people are just going to go, which is good.
Yeah.
You have a built-in following to play
definitely.
music that nobody's ever heard, which is good and also tough, though.
Yeah. Well, I think we're retro.
I just like to use the word new wave.
I love
That's
these
what I
new
am
words.
today. I'm
we're
new
kind of
wave.
like retro, new wave.
Grungy.
Yeah,
grungy new wave.
Funk.
But
I mean, it's just...
I mean, there is a lot of the 70s influences.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But I mean, it really is just like, it's kind of like the old-fashioned rock and roll, but we're really loud, you know, the way that we play it and everything. I mean, we play like old Bowie songs, like I said before, a lot of Stone stuff. But it really is just like real old-fashioned kind of rock and roll.
How much time did you spend in the studio?
Not a lot.
Because sometimes, like, you hear, like, bands will spend years in the studio, and sometimes they take a rock and roll record. You can do it in, like, I mean, how much time did you spend working on
we
this?
took about like three months to make it, and that was 2 months longer than I wanted to do it. So they kind of like locked me and said, no, you got to work harder. And I'm like, it's fine, man. Let's just leave it.
And are you working on any type of videos that we're going to have?
Yeah, we got well, you guys have Cure Me, and we just finished.
We just played it.
We just played it, and we're going to we just did a new video for Tijuana Jail, and we had Slash in it because he played the guitar on it and everything. And that's going to be really cool.
And are there a lot of people that you've always been, now that you're, you know, no musician, being a fan of so many other bands, are there people now that you get to kind of come in contact with?
I mean, what's cool is I get to meet a lot of people that I admired over the years. Like I met Ron Wood, hung out with him a little bit. Mick Ronson before he passed away. He was like one of my guitar idols.
Very cool. Stay tuned. We have got more Headbangers Ball.